Hi, everybody. It's Niall here. I just wanted to issue a quick disclaimer for this week's episode of the show. As people are no doubt aware, there has been some recent incidents of mass violence in the United States, and that has led to a renewed discussion about video game violence. And this week on the show, we reference, the incidents that occurred, as well as the response from politicians and media towards that and video games. And yeah, I just wanted to get out in front of that and let everybody know that it is discussed this week, because we're cognizant that it is a sensitive topic. So, yeah. Enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Choo Choo Video Game Show. It's time once again to talk about the games that we all know and love and enjoy and dispute over and have a ball. We're just gonna have a great time because today is the episode. I'm John, and with me are three wonderful, wonderful co-hosts.
Is this like a game show thing, or are we doing a game show today?
I'm just going like a fucking loon right now. That's all I'm doing. Soling, you're here.
Yes, I am here. Hey, I'm back from Twitch.television.
Yeah, from the Twitch.
Yeah, I've been living there for like a week and a half. They've been just letting me bum on their couch.
You sure have. Spencer, you're here.
I am here, and I am free from the tyranny of moving apartments.
Woo!
Congrats.
Feels good.
You also just moved out of Twitch, and now you're in your own home.
Yeah, that's correct.
Walker, you are also here.
I am here, and I can't use my left arm because I'm injured.
Oh no!
Is it a good story? Or if it's not a good story, can you make up a good story?
I can tell you a story so dumb that it's good. I wanted to learn how to snap my fingers loudly because I play a lot of music. So I have been snapping my fingers non-stop for 5 days, and yesterday my arm said, "No, I can't move. I can't put any pressure."
Oh my god, that's an incredible story.
So wait, you pistol shrimped your left arm?
I guess.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
You're not familiar with the pistol shrimp?
I'm not at all.
Okay, so it's this really cool shrimp that can see like 17 different, it has like 70 different color spectrums, but the cool part is like one of its claws, it closes it so fast that it creates like an air pocket that basically just like shockwaves prey and stuns them.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's literally a Pokemon.
It is. It's what Clowitzer was based off of, the pistol shrimp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was exactly what I was imagining. Oh my god, that's real.
Yeah, it's a real creature. Pistol shrimp are really cool and really terrifying, to be honest.
And Walker, you shot your own arm off.
By snapping too hard for too long.
Too much rhythm,
Hey, I cannot snap my fingers. I legitimately cannot because my fingies are too small.
It's hard. That's why I practiced for so long that I can't grip things solidly now.
Oh no!
Did it work at all? Are you better?
I learned. Finally, I learned.
Wow. Maybe there is hope for.
I used to be able to do it. It just was improper, so it wasn't loud enough. So I was like, oh, I need volume, and I looked up tutorials on how to do it well, and that's what did it.
Was it like, did you find some YouTube video of like a man in the woods with a big bushy beard?
No, it was a nice lady in a white room with a zoom on her hand.
When I was looking that up, because I still don't know, I found a big bushy bearded man in the forest, in the wilderness, who like had an entire YouTube channel dedicated to weird body noises.
That's amazing.
Fantastic.
Where else can you do that? You gotta go to the woods if you're gonna start making body noises.
Yeah.
So you didn't scare anyone.
So, I guess we can start off with, what we kind of left off from last week, because Evo happened.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And we can go over the highs and the lows, because there were some highs and there were some lows. So first off, the actual tournament, the gameplay, was really good.
There was a lot of great tournaments.
It was sensational. Like I think it's worth watching pretty much all of the tournaments. Maybe skip Sam's show, but we'll get to that. Not the game's fault. But
I thought Soul Calibur was going to be a letdown, and it was not at all.
No, and
It was unbelievable.
it was just great. It was just great. What was everyone's favorite game to watch overall from the weekend? Was Soul Calibur your favorite?
Soul Calibur was not. The favorite of mine was I was doing a game jam this weekend with my students, and while we were jamming, I had Evo in the background, and I got to show them Dragon Ball FighterZ, and they were like, I'm excited and have no idea what I'm looking at. It was absolutely foreign to them to see like all of this flashing on screen, but they were like hype for absolutely no rhyme or reason. They were just like, cool anime is happening. And then immediately after that was the beginning of the top 8 for Sam's show. And then they started actually getting into fighting games, and it clicked with them, and they were like, oh, this is cool. You just hit a couple buttons, and you do it in the right way, with the right distance, with the right spacing, in a way that your opponent can't react to it in time, and you win. Like, they started like seeing the frames in a very normal way, and I was like, see, this is fighting games. And so that was my beautiful moment of Evo.
Okay. Walker, did you watch any Evo?
I've been catching up with it over the last week because I was editing the podcast while it was happening. The most interesting thing to me was Uni Est, I think is the current version.
Yes.
Because I've never
Uni
seen that
Est,
game
yeah.
played at a high level, and it's a freaking French-bred game, so it's completely bananas to see like the best players in the world of that game, as opposed to your mates who like kinda know how to play it. And I've never seen a professional Uni tournament.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I was like, I know how fighting games like this usually look, but Under Night is the only game that I know enough to where whenever I saw someone like Gerd break, where they just use the grid at the bottom of the screen that represents the momentum of a battle. Anytime they used that, I would just go nuts. I would be screaming at my computer screen.
Spencer, how about you?
I wasn't able to watch Evo much this year because moving was happening while Evo was happening, but I will say last year my favorite to watch was Tekken, because compared to all of the other fighting games out there, for me, who has not played Tekken outside of like an arcade like ages ago, Tekken is the most fun to watch for me because it is a lot slower and more methodical compared to like Dragon Ball FighterZ, where everything's happening in like 7 billion things are going on at once. But I will say that the bit that I did get to catch was the final match between Goichi and Sonic Fox for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Oh, that was some real intense fighting gameplay.
Absolutely. We'd be remiss to not even mention that.
And
it was
Goichi crying and then Sonic Fox embracing him. That was some good stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. You also couldn't be in there, Spencer, because you were in Evo, actually. Blaze Blue Cross Tag announced you being a character.
We'll get to that real quick. I just want to say I really enjoyed watching Tekken as well. Tekken is very quickly becoming my favorite fighting game to watch. I haven't really played Tekken yet, but boy, do I love playing, or do I love watching Tekken. Like, it's so methodical, it's so exact, it's just so fun to watch. Really, really good.
It's good.
It felt like watching water flow. It's just like, it's got so
really
much
does.
style to it.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird because I was watching that and doing Game Jam with the students, and the thing that happened at the exact same time on Twitch was they also started airing Triple Mania, Mexican luchador wrestling. Mm-hmm. And so I was halfway between Tekken and this Game Jam that we were working on and watching a blood sport. And so it was just the weirdest night I've ever had, just watching stuff happen.
It's like the components, like Bloodsport plus video games, you have fighting games.
Yeah, just it was just a hell of a night.
So yeah, I got to go over the announcements now. The first one that was like pretty major was again, as you made reference to, Solon, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. They announced their big 2.0 update would be coming November 21st, and they revealed the first 4 out of 9 characters that are going to be in that update. They're going to have like a gameplay update that's free, but then they'll have 9 characters in like a second season pass. And the first 4 characters are Yumi from Senran Kagura. I don't know anything about Senran Kagura, but Yumi seems to be like the most popular character from that. I saw a bunch of people that I know who know Senran Kagura basically said, "Oh, why do they have to go with her all the time?" And I'm guessing she's just like the most popular, like Pikachu of the game, I guess.
She's the Mario of Senran Kagura.
Yeah. And then they also announced Neapolitan from Ruby,
Hell yes.
The only thing I know about that is that Rose started posting on Twitter about how we all need to like steel ourselves for people being horny about her. I don't know anything about that. But
if I remember correctly, Neo is a mute character, so that should be interesting. But
for a fighting game character,
yeah, because like normally there's going to be like Hyaz and whatever, but
hootin' and hollering,
but see, like Neo still, if I remember correctly, like because I watched Ruby, like Neo still has like a voice actress, but no like spoken dialogue. So I'm very curious as to what they're going to do with that.
Does she like just like grunt or something? Maybe when she's like doing exertion?
I can't remember because like if she does, it's like in the background of the fight, and you don't like hear it as much. It's not like a scream or anything.
Guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And then the last 2 characters are from Akatsuki Blitzkampf, which so I am going to explain this game to folks because there are people who have very legitimate qualms with the game, which I get. It looks really Nazi from the outside.
Whoa.
I get it.
Okay.
It does. It's called
World War II, right? Blitzkamp.
So, yeah, it's kind of World War II, but the actual story of the game is specifically about Akatsuki himself, who is in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
And his character under Night in Birth.
And Under Night, yes. His character, from what I have read, is that he is basically like, what if Japan had a Captain America? Where he is a Japanese character, who again, Japan was allied with Germany in World War II, but in the story, there is a good side Japanese coalition who basically makes a super soldier to fight the Nazis. And that is who Akatsuki is. He is like Japanese Captain America with electric powers. So there are good characters in that game who are not Nazis at all. Like, there are apparently some playable Nazis in that game, but they are explicitly bad. So I guess just if someone's really excited about playing as those characters, maybe side-eye them. But that's what I know about that game. Blitztank, though, is a fucking tank with a skull on it, and is playable in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle.
Like,
I thought you'd be excited.
see, that's the thing, right? You would expect me, the Skull Man, to be excited about a giant skull tank as a fighting game character, and on paper, it fucking rules. I would love for them to put fucking like Metal Gear Rex in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. That would be incredible. But Blitztank's design is so doofy and horrendous, and like there's
I
a
love
skull
that
on the
it's
top
doofy.
of this large like phallic column for no reason. I'm never gonna get like a good like skull themed fighting game character ever. And then like I'm hearing people say, "What about Skullomania?" I don't like Skullomania.
Wow!
I don't. It's not a that is a person in a Zentai suit, which is fine, but that's not me.
That's fake skull representation.
He's based on fucking, like, Sentai mooks, though.
Yeah, and that's neat, but like it's not a skeleton.
Yeah, I getcha. How do you feel about Spinal from Killer Instinct? He is a skeleton. He's like a pirate
I'm
skeleton.
gonna have to look up this person. How do you spell?
Yeah,
He's literally just
Spiral.
a skeleton with a sword.
yeah. He's like a pirate skeleton with a sword. Yeah,
I mean,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
that sounds cool.
Killer Instinct. Yeah, Spiral
Oh, yeah,
Killer
yeah,
Instinct.
that's a skeleton. That is a skeleton as skeleton. I'm fine with Spinal.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I like the.
So
I
you
like
are not
the
about the
1990
Halloween.
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I like the 1994 version where it's literally just a skeleton with a sword and shield and bandana.
Yeah, that
That's-
one's way better.
That's really good.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta play Killer Instinct, I
Isn't-
guess.
Isn't Scorpion, whatever his name is, a skeleton?
Maybe. That's not like.
It depends on like what version of him he is, and I think like there's just maybe a version where he has just like a skull. Because I don't know.
It's funny you bring this up because I was talking with a friend this weekend because she's a big Mortal Kombat fan, and we were talking about like our favorite Mortal Kombat characters, and I was telling her about how like as children, like my cousin, my brother, and I would like do the child thing where you basically LARP outside pretending to be video game characters, and my cousin would be Reptile, my brother would be Sub-Zero, and I would be Scorpion.
Oh,
It was really good.
That's cool as hell.
Look, kids LARPing is the most valid thing in existence, and I will hear no argument.
Yes, of course. I used to be Ken.
Hell yes.
One of my most embarrassing memories is the time that for some reason all the kids in my, I think, like kindergarten or first grade class had to be quiet while doing playing on the playground, and I was LARPing. We were LARPing Pokemon, and I had to be the Pokemon, and I was Charmander, and Charmander isn't quiet when he uses flamethrower, so I got put in timeout because I was yelling.
Oh no. Oh no. That's adorable though.
So if I have this straight, is Mortal Kombat good for skeleton representation?
I mean, it frequently shows that most the characters have skeletons, so I would say yes.
Even though when they're being shown, it's only usually under their own destruction.
Yeah. I mean,
Still valid?
yeah, the bones are shown, skulls are shown. I'm pleased.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, it is only when flesh dies that a skeleton can be free.
That's true.
Usual skeleton representation in video games is as quote environmental storytelling, you know. So when when actual characters are frequently shown to like have skeletons, I'm like, hell yes.
Skeletons sitting
yeah.
in toilets, yeah. All right, there's plenty more updates we can
we're
go
not even
over.
done with Evo.
No, not at all. So the next thing that was announced was Soul Calibur 6. This was surprising and also kind of like oddly timed, because Soul Calibur 6's finals was on like Friday, but they didn't announce any of the Soul Calibur 6 stuff until like after that, like I think Saturday or Sunday. But you know, that's fine. I was like really surprised, and I kind of feel like the people that were working on Soul Calibur were also kind of surprised, because I think they straight up, like, someone, I think the producer or the director was like, yeah, we were actually not planning on doing another season of Soul Calibur, but enough people asked for it, so we did it.
That's a great problem.
Yeah. So Cassandra was announced, who is the last character in the first season pass. She was, like, data mined a while ago, so she's not too much of a surprise. But people seem pretty stoked about her. She's one of those, like, tiny shields, big swords characters. And then the last thing that they confirmed for Soul Calibur 6, well, the first part of Season 2, I guess I should say, is that, I hope I don't butcher his name, is it Haomaru from Samurai Showdown is going to be in Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
He's the, like, samurai dude from Sam Show. Like, the guy that you just see.
Yep. The Mario Sam Show.
I'm really glad that someone finally gets to give Mitsurugi a run for his money, because he's been coasting so easy through every single... Yoshimitsu is a legend of his own.
Yeah.
And he's been all over. He's a tier beyond Mitsurugi. But Mitsurugi is the most boring character ever created for any fighting game ever. He's more Mario than Mario is. Because his thing is, I've got a sword and I look like a samurai. And so he's been coasting through every Soul Calibur game. Like, barely even showing up, other than just to be the samurai. And I hope this guy comes in and shows him how samurais really fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mitsurugi.
Where's this Mitsurugi hate coming from? What did he do to you?
My friend growing up played a lot of Mitsurugi, and I was playing Soul Calibur 2 because I liked Link, and I just wanted to shoot him a bunch. And then he taught me the hard way about range, and that when you spam projectiles, someone will just run in on you and clean your house.
All right, well, there you go.
Mitsurugi.
So speaking of Sam Show, SNK also had things to announce. First off, they confirmed that they are in the process of developing a 15th King of Fighters game. Which, hell yes.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
KOF 14 was an excellent game. It was ugly, but it played like a dream. I hope that 15 is pretty and plays just as well as 14. That would be ideal.
I mean, they have... So, King of Fighters has never made a misstep. It's gamers that made the missteps. I blame the gamers on this one.
You do?
Yeah.
On the visuals?
The King of Fighters... I mean, there are uglier fighting games that have been lauded for being hideously atrocious to look at. And just for some reason, maybe it's SNK at large, but King of Fighters is always beautiful, always plays really well. Or not beautiful, but always plays really well. And so I know that the numbers make it seem like, oh, there's 15 of them. How do you even keep up with all this? But they're just so consistent. It's still a marvel and a mystery that King of Fighters is not the series that everyone like harkens to, like that everyone moves to. It's amazing to me still.
I mean, you say that, but down here in Latin America, King of Fighters is the king of the world.
That's true.
Which is crazy to me because it's so technical. Like, it's not an easy game to pick up, but everyone knows how to play KOF here. It's ridiculous.
Like, people just come out of the womb knowing how to do those, like, big
Mr. Karate strings.
Look, I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm confident that I can hold my own in most fighting games. I don't play KOF down here because I don't stand a chance at all.
But yeah, no more information other than that. They just showed a 15. They just showed the Roman numeral 15, and we're like, yeah, we're doing it. And that was it.
Good.
But then they also announced the entirety of the first season of Samurai Showdown's DLC. They also confirmed a second season, which we'll talk about in a second. But the first season is starting this month in August. they will put out Rimururu, and then in September they are adding a free character that is just like a bonus, who is Shizumaru. Then in October is Basara, November is Kazuki Kazama, and December is Wanfu. I'm not very familiar with Sam Show, but for those of you that know it, there you go.
I'm assuming those are all Sam Show characters. This isn't like a crossover thing?
Yeah, no okay. Crossovers. But then for the second season, they actually confirmed one of the 4 characters that's going to be in the second season.
Ooh, wow.
Because she won a popularity contest, specifically. There was a big vote. And it's Mina Majikina. She's just this cute girl, so that's why she won. Which, that's fine. That's pretty much it from there.
Last week you said that Sam Show was just going to be a one and done at EVO. Do you feel like that this week?
I don't know. My thing that I would say is I hope that I would love for it to come back, but I would hope that they learn their lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could just talk about this real quick. Yep. So EVO did have its bad moments. Luckily people are talking about it, and they are being adults about it from what I can see. So I am happy for that, but I will also just bring this up. EVO, so there were multiple things, and I feel like they're handling some of them better than others. Like, there was some really rough shit that went down at the after party where, like, people were trying to spike drinks, and it didn't sound like anyone really got hurt, but the fact that people were trying to do that is fucked. I think there was some, like, groping at times, too, separate from that, and, of course, people got in trouble for that. Just really rough stuff, and hopefully the FGC can regulate. And it does seem like people are talking about it, and it does seem that people are talking about making things better for women, which is a step in the right direction. But at the same time, it sounds hollow when someone like Infiltration can come back to EVO.
Mm-hmm.
Where a man who was found guilty of harming his wife, no matter how much you want to say, oh, he didn't beat her, oh, he just grabbed her, like, he harmed his wife in a violent way in a dispute where he went to harm her. He was dropped from his sponsor. He was banned from Capcom Pro Tour for 2 years, which he should just be banned, period. The man shows no remorse, no sense of learning or improving. Walks in, plays Samurai Showdown, wins, which, that's not the point. The point is that he should not be allowed back. And EVO tweets out, the EVO Twitter says, it's a triumphant return for Infiltration.
Mm-hmm.
How do you triumph out of that? That's not how triumph works.
It is I sent the tweet, a couple of other people sent the tweet to the EVO Twitter. Hey EVO, what did he return from? He returned from hurting his wife, from being fined by the Korean government for hurting his wife. There is no argument against that. Women will not feel safe in an environment where someone like him is allowed to come in and win things and play games and be treated like a celebrity. Because he is not. He is scum and should not be allowed on the premises. I don't care how good he is at pressing buttons.
When they were doing the... I heard when they were doing the recap for EVO 2019... the Sam Show stuff was suspicious, not suspiciously, but conspicuously absent. Because I guess in the wake of all of the social media backlash, they were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, there was a clip at the end of EVO. They always show a clip at the end of EVO of, like, a clip of the final round of all the games and, like, the winner, and they didn't show Sham's show at all.
And they wouldn't have had egg on their face for this if they had just, like, not let him back.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so I hope that the people who run EVO take a minute and think about it. I hope the people that are saying, oh, well, I don't care because infiltration's good. I hope you understand that what you're saying is terrifying to all the women in your life. And hell, even if you don't have women in your life that you care about, you should still have a fucking shred of empathy that someone should not be allowed to be in these events who has done something like that and very easily do that again because he obviously doesn't care. He just wants to come back and play video games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because, like, people can serve sentences or, like, spend time reforming, but he's, like, flagrantly just doesn't care. Like, he's... Yeah. According to him, it's now over and he can waltz in and do his thing. Which, like, I mean, punishment doesn't really do much. Like, philosophically speaking, there's, like, most people agree that, like, punishing someone for the sake of punishing is not good. You punish people so they learn. You try to get them to be better, and he very openly doesn't care to try and be better in any way. So, you don't punish him, you just try to fucking keep him away from people that he can harm.
Mm-hmm. The bottom line of this is that EVO has done something that damaged Samurai Showdown. The people who are working on this game for the rest of Samurai Showdown's existence, for as long as it is a competitive game that people play in a community, the EVO champion of Samurai Showdown was Asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
And so it sucks. It sucks for the people who made the game. It sucks for the people who are playing the game now and love the game because they have to work doubly hard against that. Which, if any game can, Samurai Showdown can. It's a game loved and lived by a bunch of old heads who we saw in the EVO tournament who were amazing competitors. People who've been in the industry for a long time. But I will also say some of those old heads also need to shut the fuck up, Mr. Wong. Mm-hmm. What happened there?
Well, Justin Wong is just a fucking prick. He's just... He doesn't give a shit. Like, he's one of those people that just, like, constantly hype all the time, and, like, if anyone tries to say, like, hey, dude, that person's bad, he's like, no, they're my friend, they're fine, whatever, because, like, he didn't care about infiltration, he was rooting for infiltration, and then, like, a few months ago, there was a video of some girl that he knew, that was, like, some fighting game community girl, I don't really know her, but... There was just, like, a video of her, like, doing, like, Twitch IRL, like, walking around, and she, like, walked past a black guy and, like, did the whole, like, clutch your purse and run away, and then, like, kept trying to make jokes about it afterwards, and, like, just after that, everyone was like, hey, you're acting really racist, and, like, Justin Wong was like, she's cool, you know, don't hate on her, she's fine. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, like, Jesus Christ.
Bruh.
Yeah, he's just that guy. He's that guy who just would rather not bring up anything and confront anything because he just wants it all to be like, let's just chill out, man. Like, no. Like,
I'd rather celebrate a player with a spine than a player who can chain a block string. Like, it's very easy for me.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Sonic Fox is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a nice boy.
That was the blemish on EVO. It's unfortunate, but
there was also the weird. EVO put out a fake trailer.
Oh, okay.
The teaser.
So I was gonna touch on that. Let's go over this real quick. So there was also Tekken. Announcements happened. During the grand finals, but during the finals. Which, you know, everyone was like, oh yeah, they're totally gonna announce more Tekken stuff. That's gonna happen. All of a sudden, on the screen, there was a picture of Harada and Solid Snake in like the Metal Gear Solid 1 style, and it said that was some good ass Tekken. And so it was only shown to people in the crowd, and as soon as everyone in the crowd saw that, because it was just for like a second, everyone was like, wait, was that an accident? Did they like start a trailer early? Is Snake going to be in Tekken? After they showed the Tekken characters, Snake wasn't there, and people were like, well, is that a tease? What's going on? The day after, Evo tweeted out like, oh, hey, that was just a joke, and that was just a funny thing that we did, it's fine. And then, like, David Hayter tweeted out, like, hey, you're not allowed to use my, like, voice and likeness and shit, basically, and also, you didn't go through Konami either, so that's really shitty. You're using that in, like, a public venue, and you have no right to do it.
Get my name out of your mouth, Evo.
Yeah,
what a weird
basically.
story.
But then characters actually did get announced for Tekken.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cool. So first off, returning character Zafina got announced, who is, I think, from Tekken 5. She's like this really nimble, like, bendy lady who also has a cursed arm, which is pretty fucking crazy. She just, like, shoots beams out of her arm.
Nice.
And then the second of 4 characters, which, yeah, they said there's going to be 4 characters, and so they revealed 2. The second one is Leroy Smith, who is just this fucking badass, like, white outfit wearing dude from Brooklyn who's, like, coming back to beat down the gangs that killed his family. And he's just, like, this old blind martial arts dude. He's so fucking cool.
He's
and
so
like,
cool.
It's one of the raddest designs I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah. And after he got announced, like a bunch of like black FGC members were just like messaging Harada and being like, dude, you made such a cool character. He's super cool. You should come to a cookout. And Harada was like, what's a cookout? And they like sent him a bunch of pictures of just like, you know, people having cookouts. And Harada was just like, oh my god, there's so much food. This is so much, like, this is way more than I could eat. And everyone was, like, trying to explain to him, like, yeah, cookouts, like, you invite, like, as many people as you can. And, like,
It's
it's
for the
just
block,
a big
yeah.
gathering. Yeah, it's for the, and, like, it was just so adorable seeing, like, just the different communities interacting, and it was so positive, and it's just like, this is what good representation does in media. Like, it's all about love, and it's all about getting together and just like enjoying things, and that it's like that is the good part of the FGC. That is the part that I want to see more of. Like, just, hey, let's all have fun and get together and play games and eat and be friends. Like, that is what fighting games should be. And Leroy Smith is absolutely a big part of what fighting games should be.
There was a
so,
a tweet from Harada where he was basically saying like he and his team were nervous about Leroy's announcement because like they had gone to the drawing board for Leroy's design a lot, and so there was like this air of like we're not sure if we hit like, you know, ticked all the boxes we wanted to tick, and then like seeing the fan reception, he was like, this is something else. So it was really nice.
It was just a good feeling all around. Everyone really loved it. And then, finally, to kind of cap off the EVO announcements, which everyone flipped out over for good reason, there was the announcement of a brand new Guilty Gear. And it's not an Exard sequel, it's not an upgrade, it is a brand freaking new Guilty Gear. They showed Sol and Kai in new outfits. Kai's got his hair cut short, and he's got his titties out, and he's ready to go. They showed this new, like, cyborg robot guy, too. No name or anything, they just, like, teased him. And this game looks fucking gorgeous. It is one of the nicest looking games I have ever seen. Like, it's crazy that they actually figured out how to make a game look better than Exard, but they did it, and it looks beautiful. Like, oh my god, I cannot stop flipping out about how cool this game looks. I am so stoked.
My favorite part of the reveal trailer, because I was talking about a friend who was so fucking hyped for new Guilty Gear, was the moment where you see like the two swords, like Soul's and Kai's swords, like crossed, and everybody loses their shit because they realize it's a new fucking Guilty Gear. Mm-hmm. But like it zooms in on the crossed swords, and then like it's so well animated, you can tell in like a span of 4 seconds what these two characters are about without knowing anything about Guilty Gear, just from the way that they grab their swords that are plunged into the ground. That's how well animated it is. Mm-hmm. It's so, because like Kai sort of like grasps his like delicately but firmly, and then you see like these like blue sparks fly out of it, and then fucking Soul just basically just reaches out and crushes his sword basically, and you're just like, oh. Mm-hmm. And the style is very like bold and chunky, and it's I didn't think video games could look like this, to be honest.
Aww.
It's good.
It's real good. It's real good.
I want to talk about that at large. That's really interesting that Guilty Gear announced a new game when 8 different game series were given a main stage opportunity to announce stuff. Almost everyone across the board announced characters, and Guilty Gear comes out and announces a new game. Mm-hmm. My initial thought is, oh, well, next year they're going to announce a whole bunch of new games because there's going to be probably new hardware to put games on. Mm-hmm. Within the next year's time.
Mm-hmm. I would say the same thing.
Guilty Gear coming out the gate early on this, knowing that the atmosphere that we're making fighting games in is for the long run. Fighting games are a long-lived experience now for, you're going to run a games engine for like 5-6 years or something like that. And you're just going to add on to it, expansions and stuff. So is it good or bad in the long run that they are going to get this out before everyone else does?
Last generation Jump, BlazBlue did the same thing. Mm-hmm. Central Fiction came out right on the release date of all the new hardware. I can't really tell you if it came out on the PS3 or if it jumped it. There is a couple of expansions that are shared between the hardware, so I think Axis just doesn't care. They're gonna put it out now, and when the new hardware is out, they're gonna put out a version with all the DLC, and they're gonna continue with that one.
Interesting, yeah. Anyone else have thoughts on fighting games for the upcoming generation?
No, I just agree.
Yeah. I think the interesting part is that they're unopposed. Like, everyone else is focused on character packs and stuff, and they're like, here's a new game.
I think what might happen is like they're developing it for current systems, and they'll just port it over when they have the time. But
I mean, like Exard, the first version of Exard was like a PS3, PS4 game. Yeah, so I bet that'll happen again.
Not unknown territory for them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Axis is still mainly an arcade company, right? They make most of their monies from just arcade players putting in quarters continuously.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's another thing to talk about, is how like the arcade scene is definitely stronger in Japan than it is in America. But it's not that it's dead in America, I'd say, but it's just a lot more convenient.
Yeah,
to have like a console or like your PC at home and then just play online with people.
If anything, just watching it get more seamless is exciting, especially around Evo time, because this Evo was definitely not all Japan. We're getting games with worldwide releases now, and it's really showing.
All right. Let's see here. Solon, is there anything you want to talk about now? Because
things.
I will be honest, folks listening. Kind of feel like a good chunk of this episode is going to be kind of serious. Like, we had that serious moment before. There's quite a bit. So, just a friendly heads up.
Yeah, there's been a lot of news this week.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull off the big Band-Aid right now?
If you wish.
Because we've got a really interesting discussion. This week, basically, during last weekend, over the course of, like, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the developers of the game Ooblets have had a little bit of a firestorm on their hands, where they came out and announced that they are publishing exclusively with Epic Games. And they announced this in a style that was what I think most people would call very incendiary. And when they announced it, they said, haha, we took big Epic's money and none of you Steam gamers are going to get it. Like that style of like kind of very campy and heel-ish, where they're just playing a like bad guy kind of character. And this got picked up very big because this is a hot button topic right now where Epic Games is buying out exclusive rights to indie games, and a whole lot of gamers are going to bat for Steam's monopoly, which is a thing that's gonna happen anytime there's an industry monopoly anyway, especially in a storefront or a retail sense, because gamers are worried that if Steam collapses, then their Steam stuff goes away, which is a very fair thing to question about in digital storefronts. When everything's digital, what happens when those servers go away? Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting. And the thing that got people really aggravated with Ooblitz's big heel turn here, which Ooblitz is just a video game in my neck of the woods. It's made by a Seattle developer. It's a farming Pokemon Harvest Moon type game. It's very adorable and kiddie and childish and whimsical. But the developers have had basically ongoing for the last year a kind of persona that they will not kowtow to privileged gamers, people who think that they know what's best for their business. And this has turned into an ongoing persona across their Discord forums. They're just sassy. They're sassy. Mm-hmm. They're making this cute little kiddie game, but they're also really sassy online in a way that I would assume most other developers wish they could be. If you're an indie developer and you've run a Kickstarter that you now have to call to order for like tens of thousands of people online who have in the past destroyed other Kickstarter games. Kickstarter is not a safe place to start your indie game adventure. But Ooblitz is out here taking the piss out of all of that and doing it in a way that's really frustrating. It's something that they get away with because of a lot of privilege within their group specifically. They feel like they are far enough away from harassment campaigns that they can't be hurt by them, when those are the exact same harassment campaigns that do extremely toxic and structural damage to other people. And so it's a fascinating thing, and the most recent message that they put out was they put out the Ooblitz newsletter that starts with the line, "Hello, sheeps and baby gamers," smiley face, old person, 40-year-old smiley emoticon, just the colon and the parentheses. Mm-hmm.
You just called me an old person.
I'm sorry. This is kind of like their little wink and nod at how much has gone on. They, over the course of the weekend, got a lot of death threats. They had YouTubers kind of creating their own like messaging on things that the Ooblitz developers said on their social media accounts that were all faked. And then there were some things that weren't faked because they used basically YouTubers and harassment campaign people used Ooblitz's own sassiness against them or attempted to. And so Ooblitz took this in stride and basically ripped a bunch of their own Discord messages that they said to their community. Things that were like, "Nobody owes you the game. At you, harassment guy, I think you definitely wouldn't like Ooblitz. If anything, you guys make me want to rip into gamers more." What else does he say on here? Honestly, the biggest reason we didn't do a Kickstarter is we didn't want to deal with entitled baby gamers holding more power over us. And so it was interesting to read all of this. and basically see a legitimate game developer working heel in the professional wrestling sense. When you are playing as the bad guy in a way that, in the end, makes them money. In the end, it rose their status in the indie spectrum, having a controversy like this is something that highlights your game in the eyes of others, and more people have looked at Ooblets this week than probably since last E3 or something when they showed. And so they are playing it up. They're playing it up in their favor, and it's something that it's destructive, but it's got a purpose to it, and it highlights just how entitled video game fans can be at large when they aren't part of a community. And it also echoes a lot of the sentiments from 2012, 2013 with huge harassment campaigns. But this time it's being used against them in a way that's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen any of this, but it's just something that I'm finding really fascinating, because it's not good, it's not bad, it's a lot.
I don't know. We talked about this a little bit beforehand, and I worry about this.
Yeah?
I really worry about this, because just the way that living in America is right now, and the way that fucking gamers and look, I don't know. I have to like I'm about to talk about people blaming games for shit that shouldn't be blamed in a little bit, but
that's the week we're in right now. That's
but
really important to talk
also,
about.
A lot of gamers are those kinds of people, and there's like I'm just worried. I don't think it'll happen to Ooblets. I really don't. But I'm just worried that one day someone's going to try to do something like Ooblets is doing, and they're going to get seriously hurt because some entitled gamer is going to flip out at them. Like, I'm legitimately worried that someone is going to die over Epic Games exclusivity. Like, and that is, like, extremely depressing that is something that I, like, am worried about, because, like, that's just how video game people are these days, and it's so sad. So, I don't know, I kind of hope that people just, like I'm glad that people are going to Epic Games and getting that money, because you know what? Like, Ooblets made their, like, Steam money back and more by just signing up for Epic Games without selling a copy. They made that money, and they're going to be able to put that money directly back into the game to make it better. And, like, the console versions will be better, like the Xbox and the PS4. And hey, you know what's gonna really make them money? The Switch version of that game.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that game comes out on Switch, it's going to sell like $1 quadrillion, and they'll be fine. And then it'll probably come out on Steam eventually. You know what? It probably will. But it's like, these people probably, like, paid off their fucking, like, bills and shit with that Epic Games money. And you gotta think about that. You gotta realize that people need to fucking live, and, you know, just because you have to install a new thing, like, I don't know, there's so many people that are, like, worried that the Epic Games Store is a fucking, like, Chinese, like, spying device or some shit. Well, you know what? Here's a little pro tip to you. Do you have an Amazon Echo in your house? Do you have an iPhone? Do you have, like, anything with a microphone? You're getting spied on. It's all happening. Always. 2019 fucking sucks. Just install the fucking Epic Games Store. Download the free games. They give you a free game every month. Sometimes 2. Sometimes like 4 a month.
Yo,
just get the fucking
Gnog
free games.
is this week. Gnog.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's awesome. It's really
Dog,
cool.
Fucking Hyper Light Drifter is coming out next week for free. Hyper
gonna
Light
finally
Drifter
play
for
that.
free. Yeah, I'm playing the shit out of that. Like, just be reasonable. Be a little reasonable. I know everyone listening to this is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I wish these fucking idiots were reasonable.
So the way that I hear you talking about it reminds me, like, it makes me think of, like, you're seeing the Ooblets developers poking a bee's nest.
Yeah.
And you're worried that someone else is going to get hurt by this bee's nest.
Yeah.
Or let's call it a wasp's nest.
Yeah.
There's a big hornet's nest, and the Ooblets guys are like, poke, poke, poke. Hey, look, there's a hornet's nest. Can you all, like, support Ooblets so we can fight against this hornet's nest? Which is maybe the metaphor is getting skewed. But the idea is that we should probably deal with this hornet's nest. I think there's some part of this that, like, really builds up a response where we should be accountable for the people who are demanding things out of games. And I almost want to say that maybe more devs should stand up like this. The problem is that we've seen devs stand up like this before. Even like Philfish with Fez was a person who stood up against entitled gamers and called them out. And he's out. Like, why would he want to deal with the hornets that are everywhere, that are just attacking people willy-nilly? So yeah, I hope that we can take this as like a call to action to be like, hey, let's keep vigilant against people who think that they own games that they don't. That the game developers should be the ones that are in charge of their games and not entitled gamers.
I think there's a legitimate concern about like people's safety in the year of our Lord 2019 with all of the stuff that's happened. But I'm also concerned about like thinking about the logical conclusion of constantly harassing and doxing and terrorizing the people who create the hobby that you love. And that's that the people will stop making the hobby that you love exist. You know, like if there's going to be like a constant trend of, oh, if you rile up the gaming community, then gamers will come after you and at best will chase you out of the industry, and at worst bad shit happens. People aren't going to want to make games anymore outside of like from the big companies.
Yeah.
And then we're
weird. It's a weird small world because Perplamps, the developer of Ooblets, was actually supposed to be one of our judges for the Game Jam this weekend. And so all my students saw the trailer for Ooblets and at the beginning of the week is like, we're going to meet that person. And they were like, yay. And then Perplamps couldn't come out that weekend. And we couldn't have Perplamps on stream either, even if we wanted to. And so it was just like weird small world.
Yeah. Well, that's that. Spencer, do you want to talk about something? Maybe something a little bit lighter?
Sure. You mean like how they put American Ninja Warrior in Final Fantasy XIV again this year for the summer event? Okay.
Wait, is this like a ninja class thing?
No. So last year for the summer event, because there's always like a summer event around like August. And there's usually like some in-game lore explanation for the holiday. Like this is around the time where people had to deal with like rampant like Final Fantasy bombs, like the creature like getting explosive or whatever, and that's why people have fireworks at this time or whatever. It's a whatever summer. It's hand waved. I don't really care. But last year they added this whole like obstacle course to one of the 2.0 zones. So even if you don't have any of the expansions, you only have to be like level 30 to like get the quest to do this stuff, but you can just go there and do it anyway because it's built into the map. And it's just this huge like obstacle course where you just do like a jumping puzzle to get up to like a platform basically. And it's in again this year. There's like a tiny little like story about it where like you're helping this complete buffoon try to complete the course, and it's kind of adorable. But
oh wait, I saw this on Twitter. There was like a video of like a frog climbing this course in like 90 seconds in the length of a Twitter video.
Oh Jesus!
It was amazing to see.
Because like
it's just a bunch of tiny pixel jumps.
so like to do the event and to get like all the rewards, you don't have to climb up the whole obstacle course. You just have to climb up like half of it or most of it or whatever. Because there's like a horizontal course that you have to go through, but then there's a vertical course up this huge fuck off tower. And the thing is, and this is the same case this year as it was last year, there's no reward for getting to the top of the tower. It's just to like, hey, here's a thing you can do.
Not an achievement or anything?
There's no achievement. You don't get any special unique rewards. There's no like title you get. There's nothing. It's just like
that's awesome.
If you want to,
it's for satisfaction.
It's for your satisfaction. And like there's kind of like checkpoints in the sense that if you fall off, like you'll fall off not all the way down to the bottom of the like all the way onto the ground, but you'll fall on like a raised platform. And there's like 3 different tiers of it. But once you get to the very top in the last like fourth of the huge tower, you're basically jumping on these tiny like toothpick sized like rods that are sticking out of this tower. That's basically like maybe 5 feet by 5 feet.
Oh my God.
So there are tons of videos of people like spending hours trying to climb up it, or like videos of like collaborations of every single time they fail. I spent about a good hour and a half trying to do it last year, but I only started doing it towards the end of the event, so I didn't really have a lot of time to like get up there, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. But it's also fun because the people are doing like really crafty things. In the game, there's like an in-game marriage system where you can marry another player, or a player's character, I guess. You're not really marrying the other player. But when you do that, you both get a special ring. It's called like the Ring of Eternal Bonding or whatever. And what you can do is you can use the ring to instantly teleport to the person that you're married to. And so what people will do is they'll have like the better skilled spouse do the jumping puzzle, and then the lesser skilled spouse will like teleport up there, and they'll basically just use each other as sort of like a belay, like with like the ice climbers and Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, ice climbers.
To like basically climb up and like teleport and go back and forth and stuff. And so like if one of them falls, then they can just teleport back up to their partner. And if they make it to a higher checkpoint, they can just have the other person try to go up or just teleport to them, and they just keep going like that. There's a couple jumps here and there where you can use like some special video game like glitching tricks to sort of like ninja teleport over a cliff, or dragoon backflip jump onto a cliff. I don't know if they've patched those since from last year, because there's a new thing this year where like the entire tower is covered with this like effect that prevents you from accessing a mount, which wasn't there before, which is fine because mounts, climbing up the tower on foot is hard enough. Climbing it with a mount would be next to impossible because of the speed boost you get and the lack of control. But it's just a nice fun event. It's really chill. You get cute outfits. There's a kiddie pool that you get as a reward this time. So I've already seen one of my friends who's visiting me messaged me a tweet someone made, or is it a tweet? Or I guess it, like somebody basically named their estate DashCon, and then in the yard is just the kiddie pool. Jesus. And nothing else.
Hey, Spencer, I have like a million questions, but I'll just hit you with one. Is there divorce in Final Fantasy?
Yes, I believe you can divorce, but I'm not entirely sure how it works because I haven't interfaced with the marriage system. All I know about the marriage system is that like there's the free version.
Single.
There's like a free version, then there's one where you can pay like a little bit of money and get like a silver wedding, and then a little more money and pay a gold wedding, and that comes with different bonus items. So, but
all right, hey, Eorzea,
you want a gold wedding?
Spingle is single and ready to mingle.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, meet me on you gotta be on Balmung, because there's no way I'm teleporting to another fucking server.
At the top of, you gotta go to the top of the American Ninja Warrior Tower. The Eorzean Ninja Warrior.
See, that's funny you say that because that's an actual title in the game you can get.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's for, but it might actually be for that event, now that I think about it. But I don't remember.
God, that's incredible.
Like, they just straight up...
Is this the silliest collaboration that Final Fantasy XIV has done?
It's definitely up there. The Honey Buns one is also really good. Yeah, okay, here it is. This is from 2 years ago when Stormblood was launching. Basically, you could get just like Mrs. Freshly's brand honey buns as an in-game like meal item.
What?
And the funny thing is, like, food in the game gives you like very small minor like stats or like buffs for 30 minutes, but all food gives you a plus 3% experience bonus. So when you're leveling stuff, it's always good to eat food, and when you're doing raids, it's always good to eat food for that stat boost. But the Mrs. Freshly's honey buns had a plus 4% XP boost, so they were kind of a little bit more valuable.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's probably the goofiest one, in my opinion, is the Mrs. Freshly honey buns
Holy
collaboration. Because, like, I mean, they have like a Dragon Quest event that's come back. There was the Yokai Watch event they ran for a couple years, and those are just like, yeah, sure, why not, whatever. Because, like, you look at like Phantasy Star Online, and that MMO collaborates with like basically anything and everything possible. So, but yeah, that's the lighthearted Final Fantasy XIV news. It's just
amazing.
There's the Eorzean Ninja Warrior in the game if you want to go try that out and suffer. Get yourself a kiddie pool.
Walker, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, the thing I'm looking into right now is when people are listening to this, Comic-Con is gonna be over, I think, because I think it's shorter this year. And when I brought it up before the podcast, you said, since when do we cover Comic-Con? But there's always a bunch of really nifty, really crude games in the there's this beat 'em up I can't really recall right now. Mitsurugi Kamui Hikai, I think. That's from Comic-Con. So, like, Comic-Con always has a bunch of really neat games. And I set my sights on a few of them. Obviously, this is Comic-Con, so half of them are either Toho-inspired or Toho spin-offs.
Yeah.
Is Comic-Con like convention of some kind in
Comic-Con
Japan?
is a Japanese... It used to be called Comic Market. That's where Comic-Con comes from.
Oh, like a big market, a flea marketplace kind of convention style. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so people can sell their own comics, like self-published. But it quickly expanded to be just anything self-published. Games, music, art, cosplay. Like, anything that people make and publish themselves is usually sold at Comic-Con. For example, I think John said there's going to be a Toho release at Comic-Con, but I couldn't really find anything about that. But like, the few things I've got my eyes on is there's a long video, a 70-minute long video that's nothing but trailers for the games that are going to be at Comic-Con, and I think even that is incomplete. So I just picked a few of the things that look neat to me, including Super Marisa Kart, which is a remake of Super Mario 64, where all the racing tracks are Toho locations, and every single character is Marisa from Toho.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's not even just Marisa, it's Marisa in different outfits. So, like, 8 different models of Marisa. Then there's another, like, actually really cool looking one called, it's also a Toho spin-off called Valkyrie of Phantasm, which is a fairy dog fighting game. It's apparently a sequel to a game called Toho Sky Arena, which I didn't have time to research.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just air battles with the Toho first, and it actually looks like a decent game.
Oh, those are really cool games.
Then there was another thing that I couldn't really find anything on, and I couldn't really translate the name even. It's called something Kishi Unity Unionzu, which kind of translates to Night in the Union of Unions. But like I said, that's incomplete because it's in Japanese and I can't read kanji. It looks to be like a completely independent game. If you look for that, all you find is links to the Japanese Unity Engine storefront. So it's completely niche. But it actually looks fairly decent. It has like the usual tacky bikini armor that you come to expect from these games, but you kind of have to accept that sometimes. But otherwise, it looks like a sort of like a Atelier game. Like they go and hunt slimes for materials and stuff. And I was mostly just surprised that it looks so professional for something that seems to be like a first attempt that's almost impossible to find in Google.
Huh.
And the final thing that really caught my attention is a thing called Pianoforte, which is a turn-based, like normal JRPG. But it's like the first game I've seen that's wearing in its sleeve. This is a game completely influenced by Undertale. It's all black and white, and you see the character designs, and they immediately look like Undertale. Like the little people is just like a fan art.
Oh, that's sick.
There's like not that much from it. It's just like really trippy imagery. It's all black and white. Seems like fairly grim, and throughout the whole trailer, there's like this really ominous, fast piano piece playing, which is, funnily enough, not in pianoforte, but whatever.
This is not loud enough.
But yeah, there's around 5,000 sellers at Comic-Con each year, so I'm sure there's going to be some cool stuff. But sadly, most of that you can't really play over here because most of that doesn't get onto digital storefronts. It's all going to be on discs, and it's going to be lost to time in a year.
Wow. Can you post that video on the GameZone.zone?
Yes, of course. I'm going to look it up.
Because that sounds sick as hell.
One of these years, we should go cover Comic-Con.
Let's go.
And no, before anyone says, I'm not going because of that, okay? Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up, everybody. Shut up.
Yeah, John.
I'm nice.
Oh,
Anyway.
Comic-Con's in the cool, like, upside down pyramid building.
Yes.
Nice. I love that building.
Anyway, should we do more negative stuff? Because I have one positive thing to talk about. Well, I guess kind of two. Should we do more negative?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of important conversations still to have.
Let's get through the negative so we can end on positive.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, why did I say two? I only have one more. I'm stupid. All right. Anyway, so I don't want to like dwell on this too much. I'm probably gonna like pull an executive order and just move on to something else when I feel like it. But I just want to bring up and mention how morally corrupt everything is. I mentioned earlier about how I'm trying to remember exactly. Yeah, just how America is and how people are legitimately frightened over like dying over trivial things at times. But then at the same time, there is a not so trivial, very not trivial, just undercurrent of the reason why a lot of these this violence, gun violence specifically, is going on in America, and it is very white supremacist. And how it ties into video games is that recently Walmart has been trying to get violent games like advertisements, and even there's been even some talk of just straight up banning violent games from their stores because once again our illustrious president has gone onto Twitter and tried to say that video games are the real reason why people are getting shot, and not because a bunch of angry white boys are getting riled up by him to shoot people with brown skin because they think that they're invading the country.
Can I help unpack this a little more too? To give a little more context. Sure. On August 3rd, there was a shooting in El Paso that killed 22 people and injured 24 others, which is just staggering and unbelievable. And so that event has sparked a huge discussion specifically around video games as something that really, it feels like a smokescreen to much more structural and actual problems like someone getting a hold of a gun with that kind of firepower. But because this is Hell World, that's where we are now. Because the President of the United States tweeted a condemnation of video games. This is now something where like people from our industry have to now go on Fox News to tell our grandparents and whoever I assume watches Fox News, hey, video games don't cause these things to happen because literally the entire rest of the planet doesn't have this problem. It's just the United States because there are so many guns in so specific of people's hands.
Yeah, there's so many guns and there are so many people trying to incite white supremacists to enact violence on people, and it's disgusting. And like the big reason why we are talking about it here is that it's to pretty much in a weird way say to not talk about it, but also kind of talk about it in the sense that like we shouldn't be entertaining these people's notions. We should be refuting it and ignoring them trying to say it and fully focusing on the truth that we should not be, that automatic weapons should just be banned from the country, and that like we should be tackling the issue of white supremacy instead of saying, oh my god, what if someone plays Doom? Because you know what? Everyone I know that plays Doom are some of the sweetest people in the world and want nothing better, that want nothing but good things for society. But most of the, like, you know, it's just offsetting blame, and Walmart is also happy to shift the blame, especially because, hey, guess who loves it when Republicans are doing things for them? Walmart, because they love to have more power, and they love to be able to quash unions and keep making billions and billions of dollars instead of paying their workers properly, and all that stuff. So that's why they're doing it. They don't care how many people die. They don't care, and guess what? They'll keep selling guns to their stores because they make money off of it. There's a good chance that Walmart has profited off of gun violence in this country. It's kind of hard to fully prove that, but hey, it's almost irrefutable. Like Walmart profits off of that. So hey,
to give people, maybe people who are listening that aren't from America, to give them the context of how funny this is, Walmart sells guns in their store. It's the biggest department store in the country, and they sell guns at all their locations. On Black Friday, I go to Walmart to maybe pick up a cheap game on retail, and they put the games on Black Friday in these big hefty bins, and they line us up and down the gun aisle to go pick up our video games, just because that's how the layout of that Walmart works. And this is literally a block from a middle school. Like, it is, you can see the middle school from the Walmart because these middle schoolers frequent that Walmart, because it's the closest thing to it. So, like, that's kind of how things just generally work in America.
It's not right.
It's bizarre. It's so weird.
So yeah, I don't want to dwell on it too much. It is depressing. It is revolting, but also it's necessary.
Yeah.
Speak up. Call your senators if you have senators that'll listen to you, and keep fighting. Get out there if you can. That is what's important. It is important to raise your voice and not let these people win, because it is way easier for them to win.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a pattern that I think it's very obvious that they always try to distract from the real problem into these ridiculous assertion that something innocuous is causing this, right? Mm-hmm. There was another shooting, and you'll excuse me if I don't remember the location because I'm not that well versed in American geography. And the shooting in that case was a guy who was in a extreme metal band. And I've seen people I hang around with a lot of metalheads, a lot of music fans, and I've seen people completely gutted because they used to like tangentially know this person, and obviously no one wants to have contact with that kind of person. But the reason why I bring it up is because if you remember in the 80s, they did the exact same thing, specifically with metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There was the thing that led to what today is, I believe, the parental caution stickers. Was all originated in a thing they called the Obscene Six, and they recollected 6 songs from such heinous acts as Twisted Sister and Judas Priest. And they said that these songs were causing the youth to be violent, to worship the devil, to, the usual. I don't think I need to remember any one of the trilogy of films called The Decline of Western Civilization that was about metal bands.
Mm-hmm.
And now that metal isn't popular anymore, like it's not in the mainstream, they found their new stupid excuse, and they're gonna parade in the streets instead of doing actually anything to look out for people.
If it's not metal, then it's mental illness. And if it's not mental illness, then it's video games. And if it's not video games, it's anything other than the actual problem.
Right.
That will be how it goes until the situation is resolved.
Right.
And it gets resolved with gun control like all of the other countries have. Which isn't even like you don't get guns, it's you have gun with some asterisks applied to it.
Mm-hmm. We do have a responsibility as a community to question and critically examine and talk about how guns are used in our media, just like any other, basically any other kind of cultural community does. Metal has this conversation too, and the ways that we have it, especially lately, before this week, we were having a big conversation about the brands of guns being represented in video games and what that does for those gun makers. Those are important things that we do as a community regularly to examine the community at large's footprint in things that happen outside of that community, things that happen outside of video games. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I don't directly go to being like, hey, those metal fans are killers, those video game players are killers, is because those communities are already doing the responsible thing. They're already having those conversations internally. And yeah, that is something that doesn't even come into the conversation. And so, yeah, no, it's really important that we keep, just like John said, we're not ignoring it. We are not allowing these conversations to have a place or a platform. We're deplatforming that conversation. And that's the most important thing that we can do. Because we are being culturally responsible for our community outside of when these things are happening anyways.
But yeah, just don't let them control it. And at the
Stay
very
vigilant.
least, at the very least, I feel like we are doing a whole lot better than we did in the past. Like, we are not having our fucking hot coffee incident again, or fucking Mass Effect, or I don't think it's anywhere near as bad. I think we are smarter, we are way more vigilant, and we are not standing down, and that is good.
Yeah.
I think we just need to keep pressing and keep saying, hey, it's not that. It's because there's a fucking bunch of racists, and we have a racist in the White House, and we have racists in every fucking facet of society right now that don't give a shit about anybody except themselves, and they need to be purged from that society. They need to be not allowed to have office.
Right.
But yeah, there you go. That's the serious conversation for the week. Let's talk about. Okay, I'm going to say, instead of talking about bad things about guns, can I talk about good things involving guns?
What?
This is the most legendary segue imaginable.
So
Wait.
I started playing Girls Frontline.
Oh, yes.
Which is a game about girls who are guns, or vice versa.
I wanna cut you off real quick for a second.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, Salon said, someday, John, you are gonna have your gacha episode. And you said vehemently, I told you I don't play those games anymore.
Well,
Wow.
the thing is...
And I know that because that's the sentence I used to clean up your audio.
Well, here's the thing. They put Valhalla in this one. So you'll have to forgive me for lying.
I will not.
Fair enough. Look, Valhalla is one of my favorite games ever, and they did a big crossover, and you know what? I'm actually kind of enjoying Girls Frontline on the whole anyway.
Really?
It's not bad. It's a strategy game. It's about going around with your girls and attacking bad guys they're all robots, because they're all like girls with guns that are robots, and they're fighting other girls that are guns and are robots. And that's like it. It is kind of frustrating because it is very hard, but it's also that kind of thing where it's like, ooh, I can feel myself getting stronger. Yes, the power grows. And that is very good. But, oh boy, I'm just glad that I get to see all my favorite girls from Valhalla again. Like, Dana, and Dorothy, and that's all I have so far.
Do they become guns in this too?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
They are robot girls in this one, except they don't actually have guns, which is funny. Of the girls that I have, Dana has a rocket arm, because one of her arms is like a mechanized arm, so that one just becomes a rocket arm. And then Dorothy just like shoots bullets out of her finger. Like, she just does, like, a finger gun, but then actually shoots bullets from... Because, I mean, she's actually a robot, like, in canon, so, she, like, that's fine.
Who amongst us?
Alma has drones. Like, she has, like, drones floating around her that shoot. And then, I don't know about Sei or Stella, because I haven't used them yet. But Jill is actually interesting. Jill's the main character from Valhalla, and she is the bartender. And from what I have been explained to, she is actually the only character in the game that doesn't shoot. She mixes drinks in the middle of the battlefield and gives people buffs based on the drinks.
Incredible.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's like really cool. I don't know, it's weird. I don't think I'd really recommend getting into it, because it's weird. I just really wanted to play the Valhalla thing, and then I kind of got wrapped up in it. I don't know, I'll probably end up dropping it after the Valhalla thing, or maybe I'll just be having fun with it. I don't know, it's fine. It's weird, but it's fine. I don't know, I'll probably start playing another game soon.
I'm glad you came around on it, because earlier you were talking about how you really just despised this idea immensely.
I keep swinging between it.
Yeah.
You're talking to me when I'm not angry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm probably gonna be pissed as fuck. It's all about how it's going. I'm actually kind of pissed right now though, because I'm trying to do the Valhalla levels. I'm on like level 4, and the difficulty spike is so severe I can't get through it because they just introduced armored enemies, and pretty much everyone I know is like, oh, in the actual like main storyline, they don't introduce armored characters until the post game, and I am nowhere near the post game in that game.
Oh,
so yeah.
Can you mix drinks to get out of this one?
I don't have Jill, so no, I can't.
No changing lives.
No changing lives right now, unfortunately. But something that's actually like legitimately amazing, this is like legit one of the coolest crossovers of any game I've ever seen. Like, because not only is there a section of the game where you are playing through, like there are two segments of this crossover. The first segment is a storyline that they wrote that is the Valhalla characters crossing over with the girls' frontline characters, and it's like an alternate universe where Dorothy like ended the world because she got elected prime minister and she just wanted to party all day and then just like ignored the like rampant climate change that's happening. And so that is that half of the story. And then the other half is an alternate universe where you're playing as Jill and you're actually doing the drinks. Like, there is a mini Valhalla where you are making the drinks for girls' frontline girls. Like, they are coming into Valhalla and drinking, and you're, like, mixing the drinks and doing the mini game from the actual game. Like, it is incredible how much effort they put into this. Like, it is...
Wow.
It is basically a full game's worth of content that they made. Like, it is so cool. And they got the Valhalla, writers, I think, to write both scenarios. And, like, they have, like, costumes based on stuff from the games, and it's so cool that they put that much effort into it. And, again, I wish that it wasn't a gacha game, because it's still frustrating, and I wish that I could just play it normally. But I don't know, it's okay.
John.
Yes?
They gotcha you.
They kind of gotcha'd me. Because they preyed on one of my favorite games. They did one of my favorite games. Like, look... If the Animal Crossing game did some kind of... No, I'm not bringing up the Animal... I was going to say if they did some kind of Smash Bros. Thing, but no. What I'm going to say is instead, I know once that Pokemon gacha game comes out where you get all the trainers, I'm going to play that too. Because you know I love Pokemon. I'm going to play that. So no, I'm going to be honest. I shouldn't play gacha games, and I mean, I don't spend money on them, so it's not like I'm doing it really unhealthy, but... They're not good. And I know it.
Hey, a million monkeys on a million app renderers.
I just
we'll
like
eventually create a gacha for everything, including Mamma Mia.
I just like to see the Valhalla girls, and I just like to see Mewtwo, and that's all I want to see. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
See, I wanted to play the Valhalla crossover for that, but I have the same problem as Zach. He always complains that he never got Elfeld. And same event, they put goddamn Noel Vermillion in that game, and I missed it. Like, I'm never gonna be able to play that and be... No, like, I have 2 anime figures in my possession in my whole life, and they are both Noel. I would never be able to live with myself playing that game and knowing that I'm never gonna have Noel.
Oh, yeah. No, that makes perfect sense.
Pour one out.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Also, I also wanted to play it because of the amazing video that Wheels made like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I kind of understand that video now, and it's... I mean, actually, no, I don't, but it's still a really good video. Like, I've started to meet some of those characters, and I'm still just like, I don't know what's going on in this video, but it's still really good. Okay, Solon, what else is going on?
Yeah.
This is going to be a long one.
No, we'll move through this. Don't you worry. Okay. Pokemon updates. Did you meet Marnie?
Yes, I've met Marnie.
I woke up that morning to a new goth baddie, and I was like, oh, this is a good day. I'm finally sold on Pokemon Sword and Shield in a way that I wasn't before. And just, I came into this game knowing that there are inherent limitations to the Pokemon series trying to make a game for the Nintendo Switch. Like, to make a big console game, they are probably going to compromise on how many systems they put in the game and the balance and the programming and stuff. So they did that by cutting how many Pokemon are in the game. Totally fine with that. So my whole thing was, how does this RPG look? How is this RPG going to feel? Are we going to be in a world that feels fleshed out, that feels like it has a lot going on, that's more than just the hero going on the same exact Pokemon quest that we always go on? And now we're starting to finally get looks at that. We're starting to meet other characters like Marnie, who's got a whole team of rowdy footballers behind her called Team Yell.
Yeah, which I feel like people are kind of thinking that she is like the boss of the team, but from what I can gather, they're just like her fan base, and I don't think she's like in charge of them. I just think they're like rowdy fans, because they're based on like, they're based on football, like soccer/football fans. Like, they're just rowdy, crazy fans that like take over hotels and just want to cheer her on, but they are also basically the evil team of the game. So I think it's going to be less like them, trying to destroy the Earth or the Pokemon world, and more them just being like really big public nuisances. And then Marnie's also going to be there. So I'll go over real quick like all the stuff that they revealed. They also revealed your other rival, who's like Bede, something like that. It's like,
I think it's Betty.
I'm pretty sure it's Bede.
Or Bede.
Well, we'll find out. Who is just like this smarmy Komeda-looking motherfucker, who I am very excited to battle, because like Pokemon needs douchey rivals, and this guy fits the bill.
Bede wears like Crocs that also have like skin tight leggings on them. It's really weird.
And the leggings have like holes on the back of them that look like they're rocket propellers. It's so fucked up.
They look like they're trapped somewhere between like an anime villain and a golden girl.
Yes.
I don't know where Bede lands at all.
I love that poofy jacket though.
They look comfy.
And they introduced a new Pokemon. Specifically, they went in on Galarian forms. Like how last gen had Alolan forms, we have Galarian forms.
Yep.
So the first one they showed off was Galarian Weezing, which is one of my favorite Pokemon now, straight up. It is a Weezing with two big top hats on its head and like facial hair. They look like fucking like industrialists. So they look like 1800s industrialists.
Yep.
But the kicker is they inhale toxins and spew out from their like big top hats, which also look like smokestacks. They expel clean air. So they're actually cleaning up the air instead of polluting like industrialists would be. So they're like saving the world one step at a time, one wheeze at a time.
Which makes no sense for England, because in fact, in the 1800s, London was so polluted that to this day, it is still 1 degree hotter than the rest of England at any point in time.
Well,
you want to talk about Galarian Weezing's typing, which is my favorite part?
I was going to say Fairy Poison.
It's really good. I love Galarian Weezing. I'm very excited. I'm definitely going to try to catch a shiny one.
Hey, whoa, hold up. Hold the shit.
Yes.
GameFAQs poster Labyrinth 5 years ago said, I'm new to this whole metagame thing. I don't know how this would be looks-wise, but I'm sure there's a fairy tale or a mythic creature of some sort that works out to be a poison fairy type. But funny, what if Weezing were a poison fairy evolution?
Wow.
I love those when people call it years in advance.
I literally just looked up what's poison fairy typing's weakness, because I'm not sure if they have any. They might.
No, Galarian Weezing would be the first, I believe.
Because Spiritomb has no weakness, but I think poison fairy might be even more broken than Ghost Psychic was, or Ghost Dark. And just Labyrinth, good job. 5 years ago, you posted about a Weezing that had a poison fairy evolution. Well, damn close.
So the other ones that they showed off was Galarian Zigzagoon, which is a dark normal type.
My son,
and
my good boy.
They're colored like they're coming out of Sting, or not Sting. What kind of Sting? Like Sting or Kiss.
They're looking like Kiss.
Like that black and white color with like the rocker, like star eyes. They're adorable. They evolve into
Got the
Galarian.
tongue sticking out.
Yeah, tongue sticking out, like head banging. There's even a Galarian Linoon that also has its tongue sticking out, and it just looks like this sinister, badass looking weasel. But then, the crazy thing is they actually introduced a brand new evolution for Linoon that only applies to the Galarian form, called Obstagoon, who just looks straight up like Gene Simmons, like Gene Simmons' Fursona.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They remind me of Oblina from Real Monsters with the color scheme.
Yeah, the black and white.
Mm-hmm. With like the red where the tongue is. Yeah.
Wow. Yes. Geez, you just took me
so
back.
I have to like rep the Kiss army here. The makeup is Paul Stanley's. The tongue is Gene Simmons.
Yep. It's
so
a mess.
It is a combo. It is a combo, and
But
straight
it
up,
is literally just Gene Simmons, though. It's ridiculous.
yeah. But like,
That's
I think
awesome.
on Twitter or some other like interview, Gene Simmons like straight up was like, "I am super into this. Like, my kids love Pokemon. They've always loved Pokemon, and I love that."
Oh, he loves that
Pokemon."
shit.
Yeah.
There's an episode of Love Live where they all dress like Kiss, and he also tweeted like, "Someone please tell me the name of this comic or cartoon now."
God, that's pretty good. And then the last Pokemon they revealed was Morpeko. Morpeko is this like little hamster Pokemon, and Marnie has one. Marnie uses Morpeko. It is electric and dark type, and its thing is that it is always hungry. It is extremely hungry all the time, and they didn't exactly say how it happens, but during the battle, it gets so hungry that it turns into its hangry form, which is like a purple, angry version. Straight up hangry. And so they talk about one of its moves is called Hunger Switch, or no, that's its ability is Hunger Switch. One of its moves is Aura Wheel, and since it is both electric and dark type, when it is in its normal form, Aura Wheel is an electric type, but when it is hangry, it becomes a dark type move. So that's pretty wild.
I love it so much.
It is very good. I am super into all the Pokemon stuff that they showed.
As someone prone to hanger, I love him. That's such a perfect Pokemon.
Not you when you're hangry.
No.
All right, yeah, that's the Pokemon update.
Yep.
Solon, real quick, do you want to talk about Randy's latest crime?
Randy's doing more crimes. Take-Two and the Borderlands
Pitchfork?
3 thing. It just keeps going. Take-Two sent investigators to a YouTuber's house this week, and like essentially tried to shut them down for leaking Borderlands info. So this, let me look up the name of the person again. Somers. Sup, Matto. Matt Somers has been posting Borderlands videos since 2015, and he's been like someone who's been kind of like a Borderlands pseudo reporter, in that he just makes daily content on YouTube about Borderlands. And a lot of his stuff is about speculating on Borderlands stuff because that's the business he's in. And some of those speculations are extremely accurate. A lot of them aren't, but like some of them are things that he couldn't possibly know about, which isn't unusual at all in this industry. We get that all the time with like John's weekly Smash updates. Who's coming out next?
Banjo.
Gino?
Doom guy.
Banjo.
And so, like, it's not uncommon, but the weird thing is that Take-Two sent investigators to his house. What's Take-Two's quote? The action we've taken is the result of a 10-month investigation and a history from this creator profiting from breaking our policies, leaking confidential information about our product, and infringing our copyrights. Not only were many of his actions illegal, but they were negatively impacting the experiences of other content creators and our fans in anticipation for the game. Which is the company line that 2K put out, and I'm just looking at it like, what?
What are you talking about? Like people are disappointed that information got out sooner. What?
Yeah, he told everyone, hey, there's going to be a radiation element for guns in Borderlands 3. If people are looking for Borderlands 3, like, stuff, they can go to this channel and find some stuff out. That doesn't affect anyone else who isn't looking for it, because maybe they want to play Borderlands 3. But, like, this has such a weird negative effect on the whole thing, because now folks don't want to talk about Borderlands 3. Now your, like, biggest content creators, instead of supporting them, you're taking them down, which takes away from Borderlands, and it takes away from Take-Two, and it's so fucking funny.
It's like this weird relationship between, like, publishers / developers and content creators / influencers, where both want to remain, like, separate entities, but both also have to work together to, like, kind of support each other in a sense. But, like, it's always like the publisher wants to have, like, the lion's share of the control of that relationship, because, like, we'll give you, like, early access codes and we'll give you free games, but you gotta like be fair about your assessment without really being, like, fair and genuine with it. And that's not always the case, but, like, there's always that undercurrent of, how much am I being bullshit right now? Mm-hmm. How much of this is a genuine thing?
They want their influencers, but they don't want their influencers to be too influential. It's very weird.
Video game companies in general don't do well with actual journalism, right? They're too accustomed to having just, like, dictating the story, and it comes out when we say, and it says what we say, and whenever it gets out of the hands, it's because it's something that's truly impossible to keep quiet about. But, like, they're like spoiled kids. They don't even want release dates out before they exactly can have the trailer or anything else. And it's not a very healthy relationship with the public in general, right? Like, no other industry works like that.
No, I don't know. I don't know if maybe there's other places that work like this, but you are right. They're talking about, like, trade secrets. And it's like, what kind of trade secrets could Borderlands 3 have? You're going to shoot things and guns are going to fall out of them. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Randy Pitchford's going to come to my house for leaking that information.
There's a new radiation element. Warframe has had a radiation element in their games since, like, the beginning. Like, what? Well, it's cool that Borderlands is going to have that, but, like, saying that is like saying nothing.
So Kotaku's Ian Walker wrote up this article, and it's a really very thorough article, and I really like it. That also goes on to say they put strikes on his YouTube channel. They went to his Discord server, and he found that his Discord account was terminated 20 minutes after private investigators left. And Discord emailed him saying that his account was involved in selling, promoting, or distributing cheats, hacks, or cracked accounts.
What?
Yeah. So somehow 2K got involved on that front too, to, like, do the full silencing. Just really.
Sorry, can I go back for a second? You said that one of the charges was infringing their copyright?
Yes.
For what?
I don't know. He was hit with 7 copyright strikes by Take-Two. after the private investigators came to his home. It's amazing and weird, and I don't know if I have any other stories that are like this in games or in YouTube.
So this is Take-Two. No, is Take-Two the same company as 2K?
No.
Not quite. No.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just a weird story. I don't really know what to do with it because except kind of condemn 2K or Take-Two, who is Take-Two is a part of 2K.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking that like this reads like a Grand Theft Auto mission. Like you would go in and break some dude's legs because he leaked a mechanic from a video game.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the weirdest story of this week for me.
So much overreach for something so insignificant.
All right. Guess last bit of news here before we head to questions and wrap up. Spencer, do you want to talk about the shit that's going down with the loot boxes?
Yes. So the ESA, the Entertainment Software Association, basically got that like they got statements that Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony, the big three, they're going to be they have expressed a commitment to making sure that there's basically going to be new platform policies for loot boxes, what you pay with money to get, and specifically like publishing, like requiring that developers / publishers have to like publicize the odds of what you can get out of the loot box, which many loot box developer publishers have been very adamant against having to do that. With many of them, like I believe, was it Belgium that was like, you have to do this, and everybody was like, no, we're leaving. We're just not going to put our game there anymore.
I think, yeah, that sounds right, is that like folks pulled out of Belgium because they didn't want to follow the new copyright rules over there, or not copyright, loot box odds.
Yeah. And if like, and I might be misremembering. It might just have been like, you have to, like, you if you put loot boxes in a game, it has to be classified as gambling. And so they were just like, we either just won't publish there, or we're not going to put loot boxes in the game, basically. We're going to take that part of the game out. But what's always really weird to me whenever like the loot box discussion comes back up is that like publishers are very like adamant against having to publish the odds. But like we were just talking about gacha games earlier, and they publish the odds like all the time. Like,
oh really? I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure anyway. Like, you can go and see online that like, oh yeah, the odds are not great to get this like super secret rare character or whatever. But like in Warframe, like there are loot tables on like basically anything you can do, and they just publish that stuff for their platforms on like you could just go to like a website, and there's a page, and you can go on it, and it tells you the exact odds of getting the thing, and you're like, oh, it's only like a 2% chance to get it. Okay, well, here I go then. But like they'd publish like what would happen is they'd like Overwatch, they'd have to publish like their loot box shit. Yeah, like the odds, and then it would be like, oh yeah, it turns out that yes, getting a rare item actually is a very low probability. Who would have thought? Like, it feels like such a nothing thing to be all huffy about, because it's like, I guess they're worried that there's going to be that wonderful fucking gamer backlash of people going, what do you mean it's less than a 1% chance to get this really hot McCree skin? What are you talking about? And it's like, what did you expect?
Maybe. So, I mean, yeah. I'm just fascinated that the big three are all at the table together on loot boxes.
Yeah.
They're probably fucking sick of Fortnite. If I were them, and I had to keep taking all of the like customer complaints that they get on their platforms from people spending V-Bucks on loot boxes.
Yeah.
And not even knowing what's inside of them, like I'd probably be pissed too. There's also the legislation going down in California, right? I think there was like there was talk about putting forth legislation for loot boxes.
I think it was in Hawaii, but yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an article by Ethan Gatch on Kotaku from Wednesday that has like the statements from Microsoft and Nintendo if you want to go read those. But it's just like just publish the odds. Like, people are going to be upset, but they're still going to play the game if they like the game, you know? Like, if Fortnite publishes the odds, like, I don't see Fortnite fans like not playing Fortnite anymore just because they know the odds now.
Never tell me the odds, Spencer.
God. That's the problem. Gamers are trying to channel Han Solo too much.
They all want to be Han Solo. Does this also came to a head this week because the other loot box conversation was about streamers talking about getting better loot box odds for streaming games.
Yeah.
Which put into a lot of perspective how all of this could work, because we always assume and maybe even take for granted that a loot box is a loot box, but there's nothing that doesn't stop some game company from manipulating odds for specific people. Like, if they're a first-time player, they'll have a better chance of getting something rare, and if they're not a first-time player, they're someone who's invested in whaling on things. Maybe they get worse odds for things. That's something we would have no idea about happening.
Yeah, and the requirement to publish those odds would kind of... I guess they could still do it, but it would be more blatantly, like, horrible. But it's still pretty horrible to think about, because...
Right.
I mean, we've seen people talk about how, like, you know, I don't like buy like hundreds of loot boxes, but sometimes it's fun to watch somebody open hundreds of loot boxes and like live vicariously through them in a video where they open up like 200 loot boxes in a game. And like,
if I've got a friend on Twitch that is opening 100 loot boxes, I'm so there for that, because I want to see them be successful or fail, and we all get to like live in that together. It's fun. It's extremely fun.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right. Well, yeah, let's do some questions real quick, folks.
Yeah.
This is a really busy week for serious conversations, but I think we can wind down a little bit with some questions from you.
Nice.
If you want to send in a question, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask, and you'll sound like these fine folks. Shulis asks, you're about to start your first gym battle in the Galar Pokemon League. How do you fuck up and immediately lose your sponsorship?
Oh, shit. Like, you could be a sponsored gym trainer or a gym challenger.
Yes. How do you immediately lose your sponsorship?
Oh, my Pokemon is definitely going to get KO'd. I'm just going to say, fuck, really loud on the live stream. And
God damn it.
Someone's going to come up to me at the end. They're going to be like, hey, you did your best. You didn't get your gym badge. You could try again later. But you're going to have to start in another town because we can't have you back here anytime soon.
Cussing too much. Definitely staring at the dude with the cape and laughing at his dumb cape. I would get yelled at for laughing at his cape. I don't remember his name, but his cape, I can see it in my mind's eye, and it's real dumb.
I have a lot of arguments with my sponsor because they keep really wanting me to Dynamax my Pokemon, and I just adamantly refuse every time. And after like 6 months of them going, when is he going to Dynamax? When is he going to Dynamax? They're going to finally understand that I'm never Dynamaxing a Pokemon in my life, and they're just going to, I guess we're just going to have to cut him.
So for some reason, like, the new Pokemon makes me want to dig weird factoids about England, because I guess, I don't know.
Sure.
There's very few games about England. So there's this, I want to follow in his footsteps. There's this great player of a terrible, boring British sport called snooker, which is like pool,
Yes.
but more boring. And he's the bad boy of snooker. Because of such things like not wearing black shoes and having his vest open while playing. And he is controversial and has been threatened to be kicked out of the league because of such horrible faux pas. So I'm probably just going to walk in with my trainers and be kicked out immediately or something.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even think about, like, snooker rules as part of the Galler competition. Like, you have to have certain attire.
Oh god, they're gonna be like, if you're not wearing Yeezys, we're yeeting you out of here.
God. So someone is definitely just going to, like, as a strategic tactic, toke up with their wheezing and get their opponent, like, contact high. And just they're gonna win. Like, that's the long and short of it. They're gonna just smoke out the entire stadium with that giant 9-foot tall wheezing.
That's how you do it. Let's see here. Mighty Boss Stones says, here's a question only Solon, Scott, and Niall can answer. Well, thank God.
I'm one of those.
One of y'all. Yeah, you're one of those. Which house from Fire Emblem Three Houses would Baron Corbin join?
Oh, he's a blue lion.
Okay.
The Baron of Corbin, he who owns land in the area known as Corbin. The Baron of Corbin is a blue lion through and through.
Okay. Also from Boss Stones, what are some general things you would like out of a Valhalla sequel? Well, we are getting a Valhalla sequel. We are getting Nirvana. So I guess I'll just say what I want from that. I would just like them to be a little bit more careful with their marketing campaign. Because do you know how much of a climb it was to sell people on Valhalla after I finished it when its tagline is waifu bartending?
That's not
right.
great.
Yeah.
When there is some stuff in the beginning that is kind of side-eye worthy. The, like, police force in the game are called the White Knights, which is, again, a little side-eye with how people use the term White Knights these days. There's just a lot of stuff at first blush with that game that is very much like, Like, and another thing, like, Dorothy, too. Dorothy is a really interesting, really great character, but she is also a character that is, like, coded as a child who does sex work. But they actually take that concept and explore it and do things with it that is not just, oh, hey, here's, like, the girl that's not actually of age, but or who is definitely over 18, but she doesn't look like it. Like, they explore that, though.
Okay.
And they do something with it. So I just hope that they take that into consideration and they're a little bit smarter with presenting that stuff. That is my big hope. Because I trust the Valhalla guys. I know, like, I follow them on Twitter and, like, friends of mine are friends with them. They are not trying to be awful.
They're trying to have fun.
They're trying to have fun and they're trying to explore concepts that are heavy.
Yep.
Like, they are from Venezuela. They are challenging things. They have ideas and they are smart dudes, though. But they just need to be a little bit more careful. Also, I will just say that they are already that Nirvana stars a hot mom, so don't need to ask for much more after that.
I would be confident in that, because I think all the things you bring up is because Valhalla is very, like, from its concept, it's very niche.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were very comfortable just trying to appeal to the often very trashy and very lowbrow, like, general otaku crowd. And after the hit of the first one, I think they can feel more comfortable, like, trying to have a little bit of more of a broad appeal, you know?
Yeah, I think it's both a positive, like, it's a blessing and a curse in the sense that like they were extremely successful and like people recognized how good their work was, but then at the same time the stuff that was just supposed to be like, oh hey, here's this dumb joke that we made, haha, here's this kind of Channer joke that, you know, is not necessarily like in like bad faith, but it's like if you're not
it can be uncomfortable.
If you're not in that scene, kind of, if you're not in that like dumbass anime fan scene, you're gonna think like oh man, that's gross. Like there's dumb references that I could point out that you'd be like, oh boy, but like it's more just like there is window dressing to be like, ha, oh boy, people like that kind of stuff. You know, it's just dumb. It's all just dumb.
I think you're right, and I think it can be summed up in it's an anime game through and through. And I mean, I don't think there's a right or a wrong choice, but I just think like they have to choose between like, do we grow up, or do we just decide we want to make trash with some value? But like playing the middleman between those.
I don't even want to call it trash with some value. I think Valhalla is just value.
I don't say trash
game.
in like a poor way, but like in low taste, you know, like to bring other stuff like death metal, you know, like
sure,
it can like ecological messages, like mental health messages, but still the lyrics are things like eaten back to life with viscera through my neck or something. Yeah, like it can be trashy and have like value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Do we know if Nirvana's also going to have bartending gameplay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I want that to be much better than it was in Valhalla, because it was kind of just...
I think they've shown it off, and it's definitely more advanced. So,
because in Valhalla, it was basically just like, look up how to make the drink, press the buttons in the order, send the drink. There wasn't really like room for creativity or expression or finesse. It was just very... It felt more like, okay, now you have to press these buttons in a specific sequence to do the thing, rather than like... It didn't feel like bartending is my problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like the bartending gameplay to be a lot more robust, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want Girls Frontline in Nirvana?
That'd be cool.
I don't mind.
Want that crossover to go the other way?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'd be fine.
Hell yeah.
As long as they put in G36.
I might have...
look that up.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The snap.
I got you, Skull. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I see you.
Oh, made. All right.
Yeah.
I guess.
I see you.
I don't know what the fuck you people are talking about.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to send you the picture, Salman.
God damn it.
Don't worry about it. Okay, let's see here. Let's just do two more here. First off, from Anonymous. Who would win in a fatal three-way between Duke Onkled, Joker's Trick, and Chooch Cannon Vegeta?
This is such a loser fight.
Yeah, I'll explain. So Duke Onkled is the guy who betrayed King Harkinian in Zelda CDI.
Okay, so
that's all he does. Joker's Trick is the Twitter account that is Joker and loves to post. And then Chooch Cannon Vegeta is Vegeta, but he can't handle spicy food, and he's just kind of a dumbass. So just Vegeta. I mean, obviously Vegeta would just like use the Final Flash, and that would be the end of it. Duke Onkled can't fucking fight, and Joker's Trick is just
a Twitter
posting.
account that cannot be defeated.
Yeah, I mean, you can't destroy an idea, so I guess technically Joker's Trick would win, because even if you kill the man behind Joker's Trick, the trick is still out there? That's the real trick. That's
my
the Joker's
favorite
trick.
sentence you've ever said.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think Joker's Trick wins just on the count of like is the only contestant here who can win posthumously.
Yeah. We'll continue to
Chooch Cannon Vegeta will utterly destroy Joker's Trick, but you can't.
Joker's Trick pulls the.
Yep.
I'm Batman fighting Superman, and he's gonna throw me into the sun. And as it turns out, I made my bones out of kryptonite or whatever.
God. Alright, last question here. Again, send them to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Our friend and yours, Harlequin Wheels, asks, assume you are the manager of a restaurant of your favorite fast food chain. Said chain is doing a promotional event to give out download codes for an item in a popular MMO. But your store has not received any codes to hang out. How do you convince people that you do have codes, but in a way that nobody attempts to redeem them? Assume in this scenario that the LA Beast and Badlands Chugs are avid MMO fans who live nearby. This is a nightmare scenario. What the fuck, Wheels?
What, Wheels?
Oh my.
Did this, happen? Is this, a Final Fantasy XIV thing? I mean, because I know that Final Fantasy XIV had that, fucked up KFC thing, and was it China or Korea? I think it was China.
No, it was in Korea, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, it was Korea.
But, to unpack what John's referring to, there was an event where you could get this fat black chocobo mount. It was basically just the fat chocobo, but it's a black chocobo. So, fat black chocobo mount. It's very cute, but it's like an optional item. Like you can get the fat chocobo other ways if you want a fat chocobo. In North America and Europe, all you had to do was I'm not really sure how it worked in Europe, but in North America at least, you just had to buy specific gaming related stuff that equaled $20 or more on Amazon, and then they just sent you a code to get it. Mm-hmm. In Korea, you had to go to KFC. Was it China? Mm-hmm. Okay. In China, you had to go to KFC and you had to order basically a shit ton of food, and they forced you to eat all of the food there before they would give you one code.
Yeah, it was the family meal. You had to eat the entire family meal.
And it's...
Mm-hmm. And including two large drinks.
Wild stuff. There was some wild stuff there where somebody ate food, then went to the bathroom and came back, and they had refilled his order, and he was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah,
what?
Yeah, I really feel, I genuinely feel like the people who were just working the KFC were just fucking with people. That's what it feels like. It feels like they misinterpreted what the event or promotion was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they were doing it because people are shit sometimes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they didn't have enough download codes for China, apparently. Okay, they wanted to make sure nobody could possibly accomplish this.
So what's your favorite fast food? We can start there.
Okay.
Well, me?
Anybody.
That's a hard answer. I eat too much fast food, so
mine's Taco Bell. Which is...
I think mine's... if we're talking regional shit, mine's In-N-Out, but...
Sure.
I guess stuff that more people could have. Probably PDQ? Maybe?
Okay.
What is that?
It's just a chicken place.
Oh.
It's really good chicken. It's really high quality chicken.
Okay, so we don't have download codes for an MMO. It can just be any MMO, really. But it will our objective is to convince people that we do have codes that we don't have, but in a way that makes it so that they don't.
I changed my mind. My favorite's actually Zaxby's. That's what it is. It's Zaxby's, which is also a chicken place, but I love Zaxby's.
Yeah, I've been to Zaxby's.
So, here's my answer. Zaxby's, Zaxby's is not a very popular chain. At least where I am. People go to it, but it's not crazy good. So all you gotta do is just, have the sign, be, under a roof or something. Keep it, out of sight so that way nobody sees it. And then, not that many people are gonna come through and ask about it. That's what you have to do. Just, slightly obscure the sign. However, if LA Beast or Badlands Chug shows up and they're trying to ask for a challenge... You just got to give them the craziest challenge you got. Badlands does chugs. So if it's an eating contest, then Badlands eats big amounts of food sometimes, but I feel like if it's a more food-based challenge, then Badlands is at a disadvantage. LA Beast, however, has the advantage, but LA Beast is weak to spice. So as long as you just have something that's really, really spicy in large amounts, LA Beast will be defeated. So, That's all you have to do.
Here's the I've got this design for the Solon and John MMO no promotion.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. This is the challenge. You have to eat 200 packs of Jack in the Box sweet and sour containers in 20 minutes.
You know, I would just say, like, hey, if you take this receipt to the store that's down the road, you can get the codes from them.
Oh yeah, that's what you should do. That's the alternative here. But we want to make sure we don't have promotional codes, so we need to make sure that this is like appealing but also abysmal.
I'm trying not to be like the cursed KFC thing here. So I'm like, I don't want to force people to do like fucking shove like sauce packets up your nose or whatever to get this fucking code for this fucking Frog Mountain Final Fantasy or whatever.
Does Dairy Queen count as fast food?
Hell yes.
I don't remember the name, but do you know those like blue drinks that are like nothing but ice and sugar?
Oh, like a icy or a Slurpee?
Flurry, yeah, those, yeah, like an icy. I would just make it so you have to drink like a huge cup of those.
Oh,
like
the Badlands would be screwed.
No, but here's the deal. The problem with that is not that they taste awful or they will destroy your stomach. They are cold as shit.
Exactly. Badlands can't handle the cold, so that would be how you destroy him.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why did I say destroy him?
You discovered my plan, I'm sorry.
There you go.
All right. Well, I think that does it for this week's episode. Oh boy, we went on for quite a bit, but I guess that's okay. Thank you all for listening. Thank you three for being on, joining me for this week's show. Real quick, again, at VGCC is our Twitter, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com is our Tumblr. We have changed up our Patreon. You had a short amount of time to sign up as a $1 patron. And then if you haven't done it, well, you fucking blew it. Because now it's $3, but guess what? You get everything. You get the Choo-Choo-Got-Tree. You get the videos early. You get whatever else we're doing all early for just $3. And then with Choo-Choo-Got-Tree, you get to vote on what animes we're watching. So we'll be doing that soon. Probably next episode is when we'll do that.
Don't make them watch the Mom RPG anime, please.
Can I vote for something stupid like Gintama or One Piece?
It has to be short. Don't fucking test me.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's that. So go to patreon.com/VGCC and it's $3 and you get everything. Because you know what? By the time you hear this, you'll be able to listen to Choo-Choo-Got-Tree and you'll be able to see the first episode of our Let's Play of Spyro the Dragon that Rose and I made. Very exciting. Wheels helped edit it. And also Wheels helped edit Xchum, which has returned to our regular YouTube channel. So go to YouTube and watch Xchum right now, too.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that you can do with Chooch. We are putting out so much shit right now. It is crazy. Support us, please. Give us $3 a month. It is $3 a month for all of this content. Please consider. Please. I'm begging you.
We can't possibly hold all this content.
We can't. So we need to release it to you all. But you need to give us $3 to get it.
The content has changed.
It has. Finally, go to thegamezone.zone in your web browser. That'll bring you to our Discord server where you can hang out with us and yell at us about how we raise the price of our Patreon. And also, we'd like to thank meltchannel/Magic Circuit for our theme song, Crush, off of the album Magic is Real. Listen to them at meltchannel.bandcamp.com or Magic Circuit on Spotify. That is it for the podcast this week.
Hey, can I shill a little bit?
Yes, you can.
Because I've been on Twitch all week for a very important reason. And we've been doing a lot of amazing stuff on the Soul and Face Twitch network. This Saturday, so it'll be a day before this comes out or whatever, but this Saturday we're going to be on the front page of Twitch having an interview about the Soul and Face channel and what we're doing. And while that's all happening, we're doing a live stream at Soul and Face, so not only will I be on the front page, but we'll also be streaming during this. We're doing an Until We Beat of the Final Fantasy Adventure series, aka the Seiken Densetsu series, aka the Legend of Mana series.
Mana series, yeah.
So that's happening this weekend, and if y'all just want to support, I would really, really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a fun weekend.
And one last thing. Next week is the return. It is episode 69-4. So, if you want your questions about sex and love answered by a bunch of big nerdy idiots, come on down to our Ask box, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. We will answer them for you. I'd like to just put a disclaimer that, our advice is at the very least well-intentioned, maybe not perfect, but we will try our best. So please, go ahead, send it to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask.
I don't think I'm ready.
69-4, baby. It's time.
The weight number.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, that's not right. Oh.
And that's it. Thank you again, and we'll be back next week with the sexiest episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast yet. Thank you so much.